So, a new Necron Kill Team Box, Necrons of the Week and Tactical Corner. It's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this live stream. Good evening, everyone. I am really looking forward to this show. We've got a lot to get through, so let's get through it. Yay! As you may have seen, I've just put up a short video about the new Necron, well, the League of Armies and how they're doing. So Games Workshop posted a metadata post on their Wargaming community page, and Necron's rated at 54% win rate, using the Nephilim rules over the last sort of 90 days, I think it is. And they were saying that the expected rate of win is between 45% and 55%. So Necron's at 54% means we're at the top of that expected rate, but we're not in the danger zone of being nerfed. So really interesting. Let's have a look, see who's in the stream. We have Jar, who says Necrons. Hello, Jar. We have the Nightbringer, sup. We have Craig Hoyland. Evening, Nick. Good evening, Craig. We have Alexander Warren in the stream. And I wasn't supposed to talk about that short that I did until later in the video because, as usual, I have my notes. So, yeah, let's have a quick look at my notes. So, it's September. Well, just gone September. And on here I've put, I'm back to normal. Everything's back to normal. The school holidays finished, I'm back to work, but yeah, things struck again because, as usual, I'm going to have to do some extra work because I've got a colleague who's just got COVID, and I've got another colleague who's had a family bereavement. So although it's my day off tomorrow, I'm now working, and I was going to play my Blood Angels buddy tomorrow, so I had to cancel that game, so that's a shame. So I've rearranged it for next week, so yeah, that will be fun, but yeah, not quite back to normal, still working like loads and loads of extra hours, but there you go. The winter is coming though. You can't really see it through the through the window there, but the evenings are getting darker and darker. We've got Halloween coming, and then of course Christmas. How can I be talking about Christmas already? We have the End, who says you. We have James Nicholson as well, giving a couple of thumbs up. Thank you. Necrons, we have awoken again. Indeed we have, indeed we have. Talking of illness, my fiance and my daughter have been ill recently, not COVID. But they've been off ill for about a week, and I managed to avoid it, so that's good. Hopefully I've just got a really good immune system. I haven't caught COVID yet that I know of, and I managed to avoid this cold, so that is good. What else has happened? It was my daughter's boyfriend's birthday, so we got together, a little family get together, we had a takeaway. Really good to just sort of see everyone. So I don't see my eldest son and daughter as much as I used to when they were younger. I mean, when they were younger, I used to see them every week. But now they're older and they've like graduated from uni and they've got, you know, their own lives. Just don't see them quite as much. So that was really nice to get together. Cold symptoms, I've had it too. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people have it. My son had tonsillitis a few weeks ago as well. Hello from California. Hello, California. How you doing? Did you read The New White Dwarf? I haven't read The New White Dwarf, Timothy. I don't read White Dwarf, full stop. Right, so let's have a little channel update before we get on to some hobby updates, and then some Necrons of the Week, and then some Necron Kill Team, and Tactical Corner. We've got so much to cover, so let's do it. Right, yeah, channel update. So, as I say, every stream, I'm nearly at 25,000 subscribers. I've now got 139 subs to go. I'm not counting. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether I hit it by the next live stream. I don't think I quite would have done unless things change from the norm. The last 28 days I'd gained 90 subscribers, so probably by the stream after I would have hit it. But if you watch my videos and you're not subscribed yet, then I really would appreciate pressing the sub button, because you know it really helps me out. CM Wargames is in the house. He says, have made it from my sick bed, had COVID. Yes, sorry to hear that, Richard. I heard you obviously had COVID. Not nice at all. So you may have noticed a few changes with my videos. So the first change was my thumbnail change. So I'm using that sort of bright yellow now, as opposed to that drab yellow or drab greeny colour that I used to use. So now it's bright green and bright yellow. I feel that the thumbnails just pop more with that colour. I've also, I don't know whether you've noticed or not, but I've also not been targeting search on my video titles. So I've been targeting suggested. So a slightly different way to do the metadata on the videos. I mean, search is great, but you know, I'm trying to sort of give my channel a bit of a boost to try to take me above that 25,000 subscriber milestone. So yeah, I thought I'd try something different. So I've been trying to get suggested instead, and it's been working. I haven't had like a real standout video that's got like 40,000 views, but I've had some reasonable views of my video since I've been doing suggested. So I'll keep going for now. COVID for the first time, Richard says. Ah, yeah, very nasty. Get well soon, Richard. I hope it didn't hit you too hard. Indeed, indeed. So there is a little poll on the video. You may have noticed, may have noticed it when you arrived. So if you'd like to answer that poll for me, have you noticed that I've got more adverts on some of my videos since the last live stream? So I've been thinking about this for, well, to be fair, quite a long time. Am I missing out not putting adverts in the middle of my videos? At the moment, I have them at the beginning and I have them at the end. And the main reason that I've not put the adverts in the middle of the videos is because I want the viewing experience to be better from your point of view. And also, with an advert in the video, I think there's more chance of someone sort of clicking away and not watching the whole of the video. So those were the two reasons. However, it's sort of where YouTube has changed everything they do now, and it's definitely the norm now to have adverts in the middle of videos. I think most people are used to it, and I felt maybe I'm just missing out on a little bit of ad revenue. I don't know how much difference it makes from having those extra adverts in the middle. So I've been experimenting. I haven't done it on every video. I've only done it mainly on longer videos, in particular on battle reports, where I've added like a couple of adverts at key moments to see how it goes really. I think you've got to have like a very compelling video to be able to put an advert in, and then for people to watch / skip the advert and still watch your video. Because if the video is not compelling and an advert comes on, I think they just click away. So I'm experimenting, so let me know what you think in the chat box. As a regular YouTube viewer, I'm so used to having ads all over my videos that I don't really notice whenever any video has an ad. That's what I was thinking. I mean, I'm not going to go crazy and have like 4 adverts in a 7-minute video, but yeah, I think I'm going to put occasional extra adverts in there and just see how it goes. My stats tell me I've earned a little bit more money since I've been doing it. Not huge, but a little bit more. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Right, okay, so now I'm supposed to talk about my shorts, and I just started talking about it. So yeah, really interesting that Meta watch, and I wanted to post a short as quickly as I could on it because it's quite a new thing. So I thought, yeah, get that video out there. And I made that video when I got home from work after I had dinner, and then I set the live stream up, made that video. I actually missed a clip out, which is really annoying. If I wasn't going live tonight, I probably would have deleted that video and then changed it and uploaded it. But I missed the clip where I said that the norm is between 45% and 55%. And then it was supposed to say, so we're at 54%, which means we're safe. So I forgot that clip. Annoying, but that's life. That's life. It's still okay. It still works. Yes, you get used to them after a while. Okay, well that's good to hear. As I said, I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm going to add a few extra adverbs. Okay, time for a hobby update. So unlike the last 2 times in my live streams where I've said I haven't done any hobby, I've been doing a lot of hobby. I've been doing it in the mornings before work, which I have to say has been helped by uploading at a different time of the day. So I upload now later in the day, usually anywhere between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock, when my analytics tell me more people are on YouTube. So previously I used to upload at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I used to get up, have my breakfast, and then my video went live, and then I shared it and obviously answered the comments, and my time before work was sort of taken up by that. Well, now I get like 45 minutes of hobby in instead, so that's been quite useful. So I painted my 2 Hexmark destroyers, which of course you've seen already in the painting tutorials up. I had fun with that. Then after that I got inspired by Games Workshop. You've probably seen my short video on that, celebrating 35 years of 40k. So I thought I'm going to do this. So I'm painting up a Necron, just like the front of the Codex. So actually I've painted it already. The guys who are an Overlord member in my membership, they've seen that already finished on the dedicated Overlords Facebook page. And then I've also been doing some conversions. So I've been using the Kamatef and Hasmotef, whatever they are, the 2 limited edition miniatures, and I'm converting them up, changing them about, and when posting that, the sort of work in progress on my community tab for the Cryptic and Overlord members. So if you are a member, you would have seen a lot of the work already. I've got 1 more conversion to go. And of course I'm making videos on all of those conversions. There's going to be a short up about my Necron Warrior on Saturday, and then there's going to be a painting tutorial coming up on Monday for that miniature as well. So yeah, I've been really busy and really enjoying doing some hobby. So yeah, fun times. Once I've converted this last miniature, then I've got a bunch of HQs to paint. I've got my 3 converted ones. I've got the Hasmatef and the other one to paint, which aren't converted, so that's 5. Then I've got my Pyromancer, that's 6. And I've got a normal command barge Overlord to paint, 7. And I think that's it. So I'll have 7 HQs to paint. I'm going to batch paint them. I've no idea what to do about the video. I don't think I want to do a video for each and every one of them because I'm going to paint them very similar. Not sure yet. I'll have to decide. All right, let's have a look at the comments. Dear advertising companies, hear more ads. I see interrupting the video I want to watch. The more I hate your product. I prefer not to have any advertisements in the middle of your battle reports. Not having any ads in the middle keeps your battle reports flowing. I agree. That's why I'm literally only doing 1 or 2. As I said, I'm only experimenting. So if I find the watch time goes down or something, then I'll drop them. But at the moment, I can't see any difference in the watch time. but I'm definitely not going to put like lots and lots of adverts. I mean, when I'm watching videos, I get frustrated if there's more than a couple of adverts. I mean, so I've watched one video and there was an advert literally for like 30 seconds. So that is my hobby update. So I think we are ready. I'm going to speed along in this live stream because we've got lots to get through. I'll probably end up finishing really early. But we are going to do this next.
Necrons
of the week.
Yes, it's that time, Necrons of the week. And today we are going to look at some Necrons which were posted on my Facebook group. So that's the IDICBeer Wargamers Unification Facebook group. Join me on Facebook. So yeah, if you're not a member yet, then join, because we'd love to have you there. So we're going to have a look at them, and I'm doing something different this time. We're going to see how this goes, because usually I just look at the miniatures and, you know, say what I like about them and you know, share loads of cool stuff, which I'm going to do this time. But I thought I would try doing Nick's critiques. So I'm going to attempt to critique the image, or the model, or the paint job, or whatever, and see if I can offer any tips on maybe some improvements. Not to sort of, not to put anyone down, but I thought I'd just have a go. There you go. Yay! Something different. Right, here we go. Let's go table down. Let me just set that up first. Right, we are ready. Table down. Okay, here we go. So this is the first one. Now this is from Hasla Klar, which is YouTube handle of OK Tabletop. And of course he's got Illuminor, which I have to say looks really, really nice. I particularly like the blades. I think the blades look really, really good. Really, really good. You can see the nice transitions there from the dark to the light, and the little crystal there in the middle. I like the way that's painted there. It's quite subtle, but a nice different green just to add that contrast. And of course we've got the guy on the floor having his soul sucked out, which is really, really cool. And a bit like myself, you've done a different colour for that, with light at the bottom going in obviously to darker as he sucks it up. And it appears that you've done it obviously in Saracen Dynasty by the looks of it. Critiques, well, to be fair, there's not much there. The only thing I would say, and this is only my personal preference, but in the middle of his staff you've got the, well, you've got that design which is in the same as like the Gauss weapons. So for me that should actually be painted sort of with some sort of energy, you know. I think there should be some energy running through that. So I'm thinking that maybe if that was painted the same colour as the little crystal just in the staff there, that might just help bring it out a little bit. But that's the only thing I could like come up with basically, because he does look really, really cool. What do you think, guys? It's his bio essence, not his soul. Oh, okay, his bio essence. Okay, so that's that guy. Let me know what you think in the chat. Right, next up we have this one from Scott McNair, and he says, it was a Necron Doomstalker until my orcs got hold of it. So I'm assuming he is using it as a Doomstalker rather than an orc unit. And obviously he's orked this up. We've got lots of orkiness at the top here on this big gun, which looks really, really cool. And we've got lots of chipped paint, which is very orcish. What I would like to see on this, if it was possible, I'd love to see like a grot on his leg. You know, one of these little bars on the legs. I think that would be really cool, like either sitting on it or just like trying to do some work somehow. I think that might finish it off nicely. But it's very, very orky, so great job. Really, really cool job. We've got another image from Scott. No, we haven't. No, sorry. Right, we've got an image from someone else. This is Joshua Payne. And he says, I actually bashed a KBMF Death Dread proxy in the style of the Doomstalker. So I think this is actually for an Orc army, obviously. But he's got the Doomstalker legs there. What do you think of this one? This is quite unusual, very creative, that's for sure. In terms of painting, I'm thinking the blue here probably could do with one extra layer, even if it was just like a gentle dry brush of light blue, potentially even white. Although I think a light blue might be best. Just a little dry brush just to bring it out a little bit. That Doomstalker looks nice, I agree. Steve-O would love that one. I'm sure he would. Anything orky he loves. So Joshua, yeah, great job. Very, very nice. I like the glowing effects that spilled over onto his face. That looks really cool. And obviously onto the gun, etc. Great job. This makes me want to see orcs painted as harlequins. Loving the camouflage. Yeah, the camouflage is really good. Right, let's move on to the next one. We have the Void Dragon. And this one is by Michael Vadusky. Well, Void Dragons, obviously I've painted mine, and you know, it's a fun mini to paint, lots of details. It's hard to get the colouring right, to get the colours all in the right place. And Michael, I have to say, you've done a fantastic job. I can't really criticise this model at all because it just looks awesome. So well done. I'm loving the colours, the contrast. It just looks really, really nice. And I like your Blackstone finish as well. Really just great job all round. That's cool. I agree. The OSL effects on the face are a bit too heavy. Okay, that was the guide before. This gun here, though, is a massive gun, and I'm assuming it's spinning like round and round. So I think it would throw out a lot of glow. But yeah, fantastic job, Michael. Really, really nice. Right, let's go on to the next one. Next one we've got basically an army picture. I'm going to have a closer look at some of these. This is by Simon Coldwell. And Simon's obviously gone for this sort of lava type effect, which looks really, really cool from a distance. Let's see how it looks close up. So we've got some closer pictures. So I can just zoom in a little bit. There we go. Facebook isn't that great for zooming in on a computer. So yeah, really, really cool. Obviously I've painted my Forge World avatar with the lava effect, so I know how difficult it is, and yeah, really, really cool job. When I first looked at this, I saw the blue on his sort of staff just here, and I thought, that looks a little bit out of place, but actually I think that's the Blackstone colour. So if you look at on the wings, I think that's blues in there, and then the blue is down here as well, so it does actually work. It's just that the picture, it's quite hard to photograph this model. The only thing I personally don't like, and this is pure personal opinion, and I'm not a fan of the Necron symbol in the void. I just don't see why you'd have the Necron symbol as the void. It's my least favourite choice out of the three heads. But that's nothing to do with your painting or your model, just my personal preference. I want to do something with my Necron symbol, which obviously I've saved in my bits box. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but at some point it's going to end up in a conversion. Really like this style. That's an amazing army. I agree. Let's have a closer look at the next one. That's the Scorpec Lord, and I mean his blade just looks fantastic. I love the blotchiness of it. It's not just like lava that's like heat on, no, like extreme heat. It's like lava which is just like burning, and those effects on his chest as well. Really, really good. I think probably what lets this down, and sometimes the camera shows up more than the human eye can see, and that would be the gun. I think the gun just doesn't quite, it's not quite neat enough. I think that's probably all it is. Maybe a bit neater on the gun, but I love it. Really, really cool. Very, very nice. I love the Necron symbol's face, but I really hate the wings of the boy dragon. Well, this is it. It's each to their own, isn't it? I like the wings. I hate that symbol. It just, for me, it doesn't make sense. Why would that symbol be there? Anyway, let's look at some more Necrons. Right, and then we go on to these two characters, obviously the Hexmark Destroyer and the limited edition model, the Crooked. Is it Hamateth Crooked? I can never remember the names. Again, really, really cool, and I love how this sort of effect here is almost like it's sort of cooling down. Really, really nice. The contrast of the blue on the base is very, very good as well. Only criticism I can think of here is the base. I would suggest before you sort of put the models on is cleaning up the base a little bit more. These little like notches on there. I always try to scrape those off with my knife. Maybe you have done that, but you haven't painted the rim, because that's another thing as well. It doesn't look like the rim's been painted at the base. But again, sometimes the pictures just don't show up the real thing. So yeah, now there is supposed to be one more on Facebook by Adventures with Peeps, but his picture isn't loading tonight for some reason on the Facebook page. So I found him on Instagram, and I found one picture on there which I know was definitely in the Facebook post, so we're going to have a look at that next. The bright orange wires really stand out and cool looking. Yeah, I do like the bright I do like the wires. Excuse me. Yeah, I really like those wires. Very cool. And also the orb on the back. Very nice. Okay, Adventures with Peeps. We have this guy here, this Cryptek, which I believe the whole army is painted basically with this red and gold colour, so I'm assuming it's Novok inspired. But yeah, really, really nice. I'm looking at the staff, and I'm wondering if that's with contrast paints or maybe just a wash, which is just a little bit blotchy on the staff here on the top. I'm thinking that maybe just an extra detailed painted in, like the little crystal in the middle, or that little pointy section in the middle of the staff. If that was painted like gold, maybe it would take your eye away from this big blob of green on the top of the staff. But I really like it. It is a great job, and to be honest with you, with all of these, it's been quite hard to come up with any suggestions. But it's the first time I've done this, so let me know what you thought about me making my little critiques on Necrons of the Week. Did you like it, or do you prefer me not to do it? Yeah, let me know in the chat box. And if you're watching this as a pre-recorded, sort of after the stream, let me know in the comments box. Looks like all over wash with Nuln Oil. Could be a wash, yeah. That was my conclusions, either contrast paint or wash. Would love it if the symbol of the staff above the hand was green. Yeah. Let's have another look at that. symbol above the staff. Oh yes, yeah, the little symbol hasn't got any extra detail as well. It's all these tiny little details which can really sort of make a model pop. It's helpful criticism. Oh, okay, good. Well, we've got 1 vote for that, so that's good. Let's have a look at my poll. Let's see how this is going. Where's my poll? How do I access it? Here we go. 68% of you didn't even notice that I'd put extra adverts in. Okay, so let's delete this poll, which I can't do there, so we'll do over here. I'm going to delete this poll, end poll. Let's put another poll in. Are more adverts okay with you? There we go. I'm just trying out the poll feature because I found it. I thought that would be pretty cool to do some polls. Okay, let's get back to my piece of paper here. Okay, so next we are going to talk about Kill Team, because apparently Necrons are going to be featured in the new Kill Team box, which is going to be the Kasrkin versus Necrons. So I believe Kasrkin are some form of Imperial Guard. I believe Imperial Guard are getting the next codex, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Necrons in that box. As you know, I don't play Kill Team. I was going to get into it at one point, but that never happened. But more importantly, if Necrons are going to be in this Kill Team box, are we going to get some new miniatures? And if we are, what are they going to be? And obviously I've seen lots of comments regarding this, and a good amount of people seem to think that Deathmark's upgrade sprue may be in order, which obviously the Deathmarks is the same kit as the Immortals, so maybe something there. That would be pretty cool. Okay, don't forget to vote my new poll, and just see if I can get this going right. I'm just going to make a comment. Hold on. That's me, by the way, Necron Girl. I'm using her computer to see the chat box because I can't do that on my main computer. So yeah, what do you think about the new Kill Team box? Do you think we will get anything new, or do you think they'll just put some, you know, it could be just like the Imperial Guard side of things are going to be new models. Maybe the Necrons is just like a token enemy for them to fight, and we'll just get some standard sprues in there. Or will we actually get something new? And maybe I should play Kill Team. I'm playing my buddy again, who we were going to do Kill Team at one point, but I think there's been like 2 extra editions since then. That's what worries me about Kill Team, is if I jump in, is I don't want to jump into a game that's going to be a forever changing. You know, if it were just buy the Kill Team box and that's it, which I suppose you can play it like that. But then if I'm making videos about Kill Team, then I've got to have the latest version. I just don't want to get into that. I don't need that. I have enough of that with 40k. So I don't know whether I will get into it or not. I would have had Orcs versus Necrons. I've got this stupid poll right in the chat box. Oh, I need to vote. Right, I'll vote then. Any more are more adverts okay with you? Yes, they are. Right, now does the poll go? It doesn't go, it stays there. No, it goes, it goes. Ah, right, it's gone to the top. Okay. Probably existing models. To be honest, Craig, that's what I'm thinking. There was a leak about 1 year ago looks like a Catan, but that's with the Kill Team Box. I think we will get a new Orokin. Necrons! We have Lawrence saying Necrons. I hope it is something completely new, maybe a Technomancer, some canoptic constructs. I'd rather see new ways to put together our team. Same number of models is fine, but I'd rather take 2 Deathmarks and 2 flayed ones rather than being forced to use 4. Right, okay, Dirk. I don't know the rules, so I don't know what you can and can't take, to be fair. Yes, very, very interesting. And obviously, if there are new Necrons in there, then it will be a serious consideration whether I buy the set or at least I'll definitely buy the models anyway. Whether that's a split way of doing it off eBay or with a friend or whatever. But yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting. And at the moment, there are no rumours about what is in the box apart from on the Necron side of things. Anyway, okay, so here we go. We're going to move on to the next item, which is
Necrons Tactical Corner.
Yes, it's Tactical Corner time. Now, those that were in the stream last time may remember that I actually recorded Tactical Corner with the view in mind that I was going to make it into a video afterwards, and I did just that, and the video performed pretty well, so I'm going to have another go. I've actually got, well, these are supposed to be bullet points, but basically there's a whole page of what I want to say, which are supposed to be bullet points, but I'll make them into bullet points. So I'm going to have another go at recording a video whilst live, and we'll see how it goes. This one is longer than the last one, and if it's unsuccessful, then I won't do it again, but hopefully it'll be alright. Everyone seemed to enjoy it in the stream anyway. When does it come out? I'm not sure when the Kill Team comes out at the moment, but apparently it's coming at some point. Maybe Christmas, potentially. Okay, so one thing I want to do, which I didn't do last time, is turn off the subscriber loop. You know when it pops up, membership and super chat and stuff. I'm going to turn that off because it didn't look very good in the video afterwards, especially when I'm editing it, because I've got that loop on every 5 minutes, but when you edit, so it comes on like all the time. So I'm going to avoid that. I am so dry, my mouth. Right. Alright guys, here we go then. We've got 28 people watching. Thank you everyone. We've got 30 likes at the moment. Right, here we go. The IDICBeer pose. Today I'm going to try to help you with your Necrons in the assault phase, and it's coming right up. Necrons! So today's Tactical Corner is going to be called Next Level Necron Assault Tactics. That's what the video title is going to be called. Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, here we are talking about Necron tactics in my live stream, but I'm going to edit this together so that you can watch it as a video, If you want to check out my live streams, there's a playlist linked up in the description below. But today we are talking about advanced Necron tactics, another level to the assault phase. I've been playing against my buddy and his Orc Pressure Goth list for quite some time now, and I've taken a good beating with this list. I finally found a list and a way to play the list that works, and, well, I won a game. However, the next level of assault phase is where I won the game. Well, I'm not 100% satisfied with that, but I'm not going to re-record it because then it wouldn't be live, would it? Right. Canoptic stratagem. Nope. That wasn't exactly on my notes what I said there, but there you go. Right. I'm going to overlay some battle reports as well to make the video a bit more interesting, but yeah. For a long time I was trying to fight fire with fire. The orcs are very fast, very aggressive. They have good abilities in the psychic phase, good abilities in the shooting phase, and they're awesome in the assault. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do, right. I spent many games moving out to meet my opponent in the middle of the table, trying to score as many points as I could before I died. Right, we're guessing now, Keep it up, Nick, you can do it. I can do it. The issue was that I was meeting him in the middle. No, that is not the issue. Read the notes, Nick. Oh, yeah. The issue was that when I moved out, I was meeting his whole army all at the same time. That's not very good. I'm going to read this and then I'll have the battle reports in the background. Right, here we go. The issue is when I move out, I get hit by his whole army, so I developed a new list. Oh no, right. Okay, here we go. The issue is, when I move out with my army, I meet the whole of his army in one go. So I had to develop a new way to play against his army. That's more like it, that's more like it. And some new tactics to play against his army as well. Now I've linked up in the description below a video all about my new list and also how I'm going to play it. Is Nick going to castle? Right. I have a video about my problems. No. This is how I do it, literally, like 100 takes. I have a video about my issues linked up in the description below. But effectively, my new plan... Oh, no, this is not going well. Yes, right, this is it. Yes, I've got it. Come on, you can do this, Nick. I have a video linked up in the description below about the issues that I was having, but my new plan was basically to stand further back from his army using my pre-game move to actually move backwards, put as much space in between us as we could, and then take on his army in piecemeal. He is fast, but not all of the units are that fast, and he's going to want to stay on some objectives in the middle. I can deal with his army in piecemeal, but not necessarily if it was all in one go. Yeah, I'm getting into the groove now. Nick versus Notes, 4th attempt. Action! In terms of scoring my points, rather than trying to score as many points at the beginning of the game, I'm holding my army back, dealing with what's in front of me, and then trying to get my points in turn 3, 4, and 5. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm building up. This is a story. I'm building up, you see, to the actual tactics. Howdy from Texas. Have you encountered any Chaos Army with Forge Fiends? I haven't. If so, how on earth do you avoid getting mowed down after 2 turns? I haven't. I'll let somebody else answer that for you. There you go. Right. However, my list also has another layer to it, especially when it comes to the assault. I've got the Silent King, the Command Barge, the Nightbringer, 3 units of Scarabs, and 2 units of Wraiths. I've even got some Ophidian Destroyers. The Scarabs aren't included in my tactic. They're there for other reasons, to bubble wrap, to stay at the front, to take mortal wounds from psychic powers, to hold objectives, to do my ancient machineries, to grab treasures of eons, and just, well, be a pain on the table. The Command Barge is also not part of the plan. He's there because he's got an extra My Will Be Done. He has the start that one again. The Command Barge isn't in the plan either. He's there for the My Will Be Done. Now previously I gave him a Voltic Staff, and I've actually changed that in my list now. Now I'm using the Void Reaper. The Command Barge is in the list also to help with Code of Combat, and I think the Void Reaper does that better than the Voltic Staff, or certainly in this list. We're guessing there now, we're guessing there. My new plan is really about the Ophidians, the Silent King, and the Nightbringer. It also sort of works with the Wraiths, but the Wraiths aren't part of the plan themselves. The Wraiths are there for other reasons. Little rest. On your turn, fall back with Scarabs, shoot his Forge Fiend. That's a good idea. Use Gork and Mork rules and accidentally knock them over. The 6-inch pre-game move using Scarabs is double speed bump counter with Scorpex or Wraiths. There you go. Guessing some good tips. Richard, you keep typing and then you won't hear my tactics. So, here it is, the dreaded interrupt rule. You pay 2 CPs and then interrupt combat. I mean, how many times have you assaulted with lots of units and you've got this plan in your head, and then your opponent says, I'm going to interrupt, and then they annihilate a unit, and you're thinking to yourself, I wish I hadn't assaulted with that unit, because now it's dead and I've done nothing and I've just wasted that unit. Well, this list is designed to stop that. So my all game protocol is going to be +1 to strength, or if I'm using a different all game protocol, I'll have the Silent King's Warlord trait allowing me to have +1 to strength twice, and that will be turn 2 or 3. And then the idea is that my Ophidians, which will be in reserve, will come down at the most convenient time, which probably is going to be turn 2, when I'm going to make my assaults. And I will hopefully be assaulting with the Ophidians, assuming they make their assault range, my Silent King, and of course the Nightbringer. Now the Silent King makes any units that are in engagement range fight last. So if I have the Nightbringer near my Silent King, then obviously he has some form of protection from being interrupted and hit. But even if the Nightbringer's off by himself doing stuff, still not an issue with this plan. So the plan that I am going to do is I will choose my Ophidian destroyers to fight first, because my Silent King is, assuming I'm not up against a unit that also has fight first or fight last or whatever the rule's going to be, but the Silent King effectively doesn't have to worry about interrupt rule, and the Nightbringer doesn't really have to worry about the interrupt rule against most units, because the best that they can do is 3 wounds in the assault phase. So with those 3 units in play, if I pick my Ophidians to go first, I don't have to worry about the interrupt rule. Now in terms of the Wraiths are slightly different. I mean, if the Wraiths are in close combat at the same time, then of course they can be interrupted and sort of change things in terms of the plan. However, Wraiths do have that 4+ invulnerable save, so even if they do get struck first, they've got a reasonable chance of surviving. But the Wraiths are in the list mainly because of their fallback and re-assault ability, because, well, that effectively puts them at striking first. Yes, okay, your opponent can still potentially interrupt, but let's say they're down to 1 command point. You can fall back and then you can re-assault, and because you've basically initiated a new assault, they will be striking first. So I've just been sort of really thinking quite long and hard about how I can make the most of my assault phase in this list, and so far it's been working well. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Just got to finalise this video now. Yes, that's it. So I'm just going to finalise it. Now, if you want to see these tactics in action, here is a battle report, well, where you can see it. That's rubbish. Start again, Nick. Yeah, the fall back and charge is huge on your turn. Now, if you want to see these tactics in action, I'd highly recommend you watch this battle report just here. Right, see you guys in a bit. I've just got to beam out. I bet it's not this difficult on Star Trek. You can probably see me in the reflection, can't you? I'm back. Right, done. That'll be interesting to see how that comes out. Right, so where are we? Perfect timing. Look, we've got 6 minutes left, which means I can take some questions. So Q&A time. You can see me. I've just seen it on the screen. You can see me in the shadow there. Oh, well. Oh, well, there you go. That's what happens when you record at night time. Sneaky Orcs. We could see you in the reflection. Yeah, thanks, Craig. Yeah. Oh, well. Maybe I could... Where can I hide? Where can I hide? I'd go outside the door. How about that? Then you won't be able to see me. Oh, look at this. Like quality live. I'm back. No, you couldn't see me then. I was behind the door. If I have missed this, I won't be happy. You have missed it, I'm afraid, Baz. We're on the last 5 minutes, but we are in the Q&A segment. Go to your right. I've done it now. Beaming Spaceball style. Movie magic. Hello, Dave P. How are you doing? John, Destroyers or Doomsday Arcs? Oh, okay, Richard is still helping John. Yeah, so that was fun. As I said, I'm going to edit that to see how it comes out. Hopefully it'll be okay. There was one segment I wasn't too happy with. I can't remember which one it was. That's okay. It'll be okay. Any tips for varnishing in hot and humid Florida? Also, are you still using Winsor & Newton? Local shop has Monitorium varnish, but haven't tried that either. I've not heard of Monitorium. I am using Winsor & Newton. I had to buy a can during lockdown where no one had it, and I paid a lot of money for one can of varnish, but I swear by it. It's really, really good. In terms of in hot weather, it's a tough one, isn't it? In a cold room. Yeah, sometimes if the weather's not great outside, I'll just spray inside, like by the door, especially with varnish, because it's not going to really do much. So sometimes I just put it by the door and just spray it. Maybe it's a bit cooler. The other option, I suppose, is if you paint it on, if you get like a paint on one. That's the only other thing I can think of. Do you guys use the standard table size? I've never noticed. We do use the new Games Workshop chart. So if it's a full size, like 2,000 point game, we use 60 by 44. And then if it's the like a 1,000 points or less, then we use the 30 by 44. Thanks for all your videos. They have helped me form good strategies. Love watching you and Richard play games. Thank you, John. Excellent. We've got another battle report. I've just finished editing it. That was a real fun game. Probably it's weird because every time I edit a battle report or a video, I think, yeah, that was like the best one so far. But genuinely, I think the next battle report that's coming is really, really good. I really like it. So hopefully you enjoy it. Okay, so last couple of minutes. So this is obviously episode 12. So that means I've been live for a year, but not really, because I think I skipped 1 month for some reason. So I think actually it's only 11 months, but we'll just say it's a year. So I've been live streaming for a year. This particular show, I mean, I've done other live streams previously, but the Necrons and More show has been going for 12 months now, so pretty awesome. And if this is your first one, then I live stream the first Thursday of every month at 9 p.m. So yeah, I'll go for that same time as much as I can, as long as there's nothing happens. So hopefully you can catch it next time. I think we had a pretty good chance against Votan. I've not really seen the Votan rules, to be honest. I know there was obviously the hoo-ha and then Games Workshop changed things. I never really looked too much at it. A YouTube dozen. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, so there you go. So the next stream is going to be November, and I don't think I would have hit 25k subs then unless something extraordinary happens with one of my videos and a video pops. So probably December. I think I would have hit the 25k by the December one. Potentially, if I'd hit it like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks before that show, then I'll do the giveaway draw in that show. If not, if it's, let's say, just like a few days before that show, then the giveaway draw will be in the January show. But I'd like to get it done this year. I might even just do a Christmas special and do the draw at Christmas. It'd be nice to give the prize away for Christmas. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully you are too. For now though, I am going to sign off. No, I'm not 6+ Stevo. I'm just going to beam out. So thanks for watching.